Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ Game News USA, back today going over another game review. Today we're going to look for review scores of Pokemon Legends ZA for the Nintendo Switch 2, and we're going to get right into it. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Whether you're new or old to the channel, hit the like button, share this video out there, and let's get jumping on this. So, Pokemon Legends ZA got an 81 overall on Metacritic. It got 35 positive reviews and 7 mixed reviews at the time of this recording. And we're going to start from the top and work our way down. A perfect 100 from VGC, saying Pokemon Legends ZA is a grand adventure that once again proves that the Legends series is home to the most interesting ideas Game Freak has. It's a game that understands its audience and feels like it's a love letter to both players who grew up with the series and newcomers alike. Another perfect 100 from the 6th Axis said, unlike the most recent Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Legends ZA is a game that really holds your attention. The spiritual successor to Legends Arceus, it's learned from the mistakes of the distant past and beautifully shown what city life is like. So, a couple perfect scores there. I don't think this game probably deserved a perfect score, but that's beside the point. Nintendoros with a 95, saying thanks to its mature story, tinged with nostalgia, its fast-paced gameplay, and its remarkably smooth performance, Pokemon Legends ZA feels like one of the best entries in the series. A must-play for any Pokemon fan. So we'll touch on this for a second. So often, Pokemon has been absolutely slammed for performance issues, especially with Scarlet and Violet. And it sounds like this game has good performance, which is a pleasant surprise. That in itself should help. How about Area Jungus with a 92, saying, I'm sure of it. Beyond the imperfections and the unfinished business Game Freak has yet to resolve, Pokemon Legends ZA marks the first step in a smart decision, one that aligns with what many fans have been asking for over the years. That's rather vague, but I think I understand what they're saying. We got several 90s, but we will read the 90 from Screen Rant, saying it's a fun, fresh take on the series formula that really helps Pokemon Legends ZA set itself apart as one of the best entries yet. Now you guys might be surprised to learn my favorite Pokemon game was actually Sword and Shield. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Tierra Gamer with an 89 says, at its core, Pokemon Legends ZA proves to be a highly entertaining and competent RPG. Its revamped gameplay mechanics inject a new level of freshness into the overall experience. Spazio Games with an 88 says Pokemon Legends ZA refines the series formula with a leaner, more focused, and genuinely fun experience. Despite its dated visuals, Game Freak delivers one of the most enjoyable entries in the series in years of a sequel to a spinoff. So, let's talk about these outdated visuals. Again, I'm somewhat okay with outdated visuals if the performance is decent. I don't like when the performance is bad. Mara Station with an 86 says Pokemon Legends ZA is one of the most intelligent entries in Game Freak's recent games. The studio knew how to build key new mechanics, such as real-time combat, with the enough focus in the little details. Games.ch with an 85 says, while the technical leap is rather meager, developer Game Freak demonstrates great courage in terms of content, with the switch to real-time combat successfully enriching the gameplay. If this radical change for the series isn't a no-go, you should just pick up from the main series. So interesting. Real-time combat. I think that might be okay. IGN Benelli with an 82 says Pokemon Legends ZA neatly solves the biggest problems of Scarlet and Violet for me. The creative interpretation of the battle system combined with the Mega Evolution battles truly makes this Pokemon a joy to play again. Nobody has an 81 for this game, although that is the overall Metacritic score. However, we do have several 80s, and I will read the 80 from Games Radar Plus, saying Pokemon Legends ZA offers a true slice-of-life Pokemon experience thanks to its anime-style real-time combat system and wholesome world-building elements, while its single-city setting can sometimes feel a bit samey. Lumiose is densely packed. So yeah, the city setting I think really sets us apart from what you saw in Arceus. And let's read a 78 from COG Go Connected, saying Pokemon Legends ZA isn't afraid to make some much-needed modernizations. However, the small world and repetitive gameplay loop could make it not the shiniest of Pokemon games. Yeah, it's all about the loop, man. If you like the gameplay loop in Pokemon, you're going to like it. If you don't, you don't. That's what it comes down to. Do you like the loop or not the loop? GamePro Germany with a 76 says Pokemon Legends ZA offers a fresh, fun battle system and the typical collecting fever, but also suffers from outdated graphics. Is it suffering though? Guys, this whole push of graphics. You know, just like, why do we need a PS6? Why do we need to enhance graphics just a little bit? Why can't we wait till like 2030? And it's like, why can't we have a game that isn't pushing graphical boundaries? It's okay not to. It's okay to not push graphical boundaries every single fucking game. Just make sure it runs well. IGN Italia with a 75, saying Pokemon Legends ZA isn't the break with the past that some might have hoped for, but it's a good Pokemon game that introduces a fun new battle system to the series and marks the return of Mega Evolutions. And this game did get a few 75s in there. But now we're on to the mixed category, where we have a 70 from Nintendo Life, saying Pokemon Legends ZA should be celebrated for its fabulous real-time combat and its largely smooth jump to the Switch 2, but in condensing things down to one single location, it loses part of the Pokemon magic. Press Start Australia with their 70, saying, like so many other modern Pokemon games, Pokemon Legends ZA paints a promising picture of what the future of Pokemon could look like. It's an enjoyable return, an underappreciated region in Pokemon that fans are sure to appreciate. However, they only gave it a 70. Such a positive review, only getting a 70. Interesting. Metro Game Central with a 70, saying it's still an embarrassingly low tech F as ever, but this is easily the best of the 3D games, with a surprising amount of ambition and invention, not to mention real-time combat that actually works. So Metro Game Central doesn't sound like Pokemon fans in general. Gfinity with a 70, saying a decent enough game that fails to innovate in the same way Legends Arceus did. Pokemon Legends ZA feels like a wasted opportunity that may only be worth it for die-hard fans. A little harsh there. A little harsh for a 70. XGN with a 70, saying, where Legends Arceus focused on collecting, Legends ZA does the same for the combat system, complemented by a fantastic soundtrack and a wealth of customization options. Now, see, that's actually a really good review from XGN. That's the first time any reviewer I see brought up the customization options, or the first time any reviewer brought up the soundtrack. These reviewers need to learn, look, the music is super freaking important in a video game. Customization is super freaking important in a video game. Instead of using words like it's return to form, or it's made this, it's the change the series needed. Instead of using these platitude words, get to the heart of the issue and tell me what you thought of the soundtrack. Tell me what you thought of the gameplay. Instead of worrying so much about graphics, tell me about the performance itself. Tell me about the story. Give me some more details. Eurogamer with the low score here, a 60. Eurogamer, of course, traditionally the lowest score of anybody for any game, with that 60, saying Luminous City could do with work, but Pokemon Legends ZA is a much more tightly focused and delightfully goofy return to better form, at least by modern Pokemon standards. So, they're complimenting it while giving it a 60, but it's a backhand compliment. Eurogamer, what would I do without you? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below, are you going to pick up Pokemon Legends ZA? Let me know. It's also available on the regular Nintendo Switch. So, just like Metroid Prime 4 that will be coming out later this year, if you haven't quite upgraded to the Switch 2 yet, that's okay. There's still something for you. But it's definitely seeming like it's time to upgrade. So with that, guys, that is the end of the video. This is RJ signing out. Have a good one.